What is an Amazon Echo skill?
Hello, in this video we are going to tell you what a skill is. I use the term skill because I have an Amazon Echo in front of me, and the term they use is skill, whereas the Google Home, for example, that uses the term action.
Yeah, which is very inconsiderate, but that's the way it goes. Just one word, please. But there you go. It is the smart speaker version of a mobile app. So on your smartphone, you can click a button on an app and open up this little world they create that does particular things and has certain functions. Same goes with the smart speaker, only you trigger it with your voice, obviously. And we do get one question quite a lot from people that say, well, how many different functions should my skill or action have? There's no definitive answer to that. We do have some thoughts on that though.
Yeah, I mean, it's like life really. If you can do one thing well, do one thing well instead of a load of things not so well. And the simpler these skills are, the more usable they become almost. It's like there's no visual reference when you're using it. There's no constant reminder of the different options you have. So people have to remember what they're doing. And you know those phone systems that you get when you phone up your
Press
mobile
one
phone
for
company?
the, yeah.
You get 5 deep in that and you've completely forgotten what the first option is. So if you keep it between 1 and 3, that seems to be an easy way to remember what's on offer and how you access those things.
Don't ask me why, but the rule of 3 seems to apply to smart speakers as much as it does with anything else. I agree. So we're going to give a couple of examples of skills which maybe demonstrates how a little bit of effort and subtlety can have really good results. So we've picked them from the food and drink space. We know that quite a lot of people have these devices in their kitchens. They're forming kind of the hub of the home. So recipes and food and drink, it seems to be something that people use it for. So Jim, you pick one.
Shall I go first?
Yeah, go on.
Well, you know me, I like to kick back after work with a bubble bath, take my heels off, have a glass of Chardonnay. So wine gal is the Alexa skill that I picked.
When I think of Jim, I think wine. There's a wine gal.
So wine gal, Alexa, ask wine gal for a pizza recommendation.
I'm sorry, I do not have a good recommendation for pizza recommendation yet. Can I recommend something else?
So the problem there is I didn't ask the question like a human being.
But
I'm sorry, I do not have a good recommendation
Alexa, stop.
for that.
But that's a really
Okay.
That's important to understand the various ways that a consumer will ask for a question. So ask for it in the way that they want you to ask for it. That is a perfect example.
Yeah. Alexa, ask wine gal for a wine recommendation to go with pizza.
I suggest a good red or maybe a white wine. But Italians don't drink wine with pizza.
I really like it as an idea. I love the idea that I can ask my Alexa what wine or what beer would go with a food type. The problem is, firstly, the suggestion is incredibly general. It's like, have a red or white wine. I could have worked that out for myself. And second, it lacks any kind of personality. The little fact at the end is a nice attempt to add something engaging in there, but actually hearing a human voice deliver that, maybe a wine expert, maybe like a Jamie Oliver type, would have been great. And then even better, why not give me the option to add that wine that they recommend, that particular brand or that particular type, to my Amazon shopping basket, so I can go and order that straight away and get it delivered by drone the next day.
Yeah, why couldn't it have said, well, hold on a minute, what pizza are you having?
Yeah.
And then before making the decision, I mean, there's all these different subtleties you can build in that make it. I'm not sure that in its current form that is something which solves a problem for anyone, but it could do, and this one does. Alexa, open cheesecake recipes.
Welcome to Philadelphia Cheesecake Recipes. Would you like to choose a recipe or hear this month's top recipe?
This month's top recipe.
We recommend the ever so easy cheesecake. Would you like to make it?
Yes.
Great, this will take about 20 minutes to prepare. I've sent a list of ingredients and the equipment you'll need to your Alexa app.
That's
Shall I read them out, or are you ready to start baking?
Alexa, stop.
Okay, just open this skill again when you're ready to resume.
And it will remember, I've checked this before, it will remember where I was, even if I was halfway through a recipe. If I needed to nip off to the front door because there was a delivery of my ingredients for the next cheesecake I'm making arriving, it would remember where I was and pick up on it the next time I open it. You heard that was done by Philadelphia, so this is really good brand content marketing. Philadelphia are solving a problem, giving recipes, but also making people aware. Use Philadelphia cream cheese when you're making your cheesecake. But there's some other really clever functions with that, isn't there? The option to purchase
I think that's really clever. The fact it adds the items automatically to your Amazon shopping basket, so you're just one click away from having all those things delivered. I imagine that would probably include a tub of Philadelphia in there somewhere. So it's a nice skill. But again, there are improvements you could have there. Wouldn't that be so much better if you had Nigella Lawson delivering your soft, creamy cheesecake recipe?
I just make a request. I want Amazon. Can you make sure it's Nigella Lawson delivering the ingredients to my house, please? She can come on into the kitchen and make it. So, yes, there's elements we can build on, but you've got an idea there of a couple of skills and how a little bit of effort and understanding of how people are going to use it can lead to a really great result.
And I think that's a really nice thing with recipes as well. That is actually something that's fulfilling a need. Because if you're in the kitchen, your hands are dirty, you're making a recipe, you don't necessarily want to turn the pages of a recipe book. Having something deliver you instructions and be able to say stop and pause or rewind is a really great function when you're in the kitchen. It's fulfilling a need, and that can be an important thing with these Alexa skills.
And the principle of that is universal, which is what problem are you solving? And we've got a really good example there of a problem that's being solved, and that is skills.